Welcome back to City Insider. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Manchester City Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. West Ham to learn Manchester City decision on Cole Palmer transfer on Wednesday. West Ham are one of several Premier League clubs waiting to hear if they have been successful in their pursuit of Manchester City winger Cole Palmer, according to journalist Alan Nixon. Writing on his Patreon page on Tuesday, the 29th of August, Nixon said Premier League champions City are still deciding whether Palmer or James McAtee will depart the club on loan before the window closes. He added that Burnley and Brighton are also among his suitors, but some of Palmer's interested parties would like to buy him, a scenario City are not willing to entertain at this point. Only one of the two City youngsters will be allowed to leave on loan, though, with the likes of Sheffield United, Leicester City, and Ajax named as interested in McAtee. The links with Palmer were particularly prominent when City were heavily linked with a move for Lucas Paqueta, a move that collapsed amid an FA probe into alleged betting breaches by the Brazilian, something he strongly denies. Sky Sports, the 23rd of August. It seems as though the Hammers are still interested in Palmer, though, and in a campaign when they have the Europa League to throw on top of their domestic commitments, the signing of Palmer even on loan would be a particularly useful one. Brighton, of course, can also offer European football, while Burnley boss Vincent Kompany will hope he can win the day with his close ties to those at the Etihad Stadium. But with West Ham having made a flying start to the season, that has seen them take 7 points from 3 games to sit top of the table, they may just be able to win the day, that is, of course, providing City do not opt to keep Palmer and send McAtee out on loan instead. Man City and Wolves in complex multiplayer deal talks. The intricate tapestry of the Premier League's transfer market is weaving yet another complex tale. The stage? Manchester City's interest in Wolverhampton Wanderers midfield dynamo Matheus Nunes, the 24-year-old who's been making heads turn ever since his £42 million move from Sporting CP last year. Manchester City recently floated a £47 million bid to acquire Nunes, keen to add his technical prowess and robust presence to their already stellar midfield. But Wolves, fully aware of what they have in their ranks, have turned down the offer, holding out for something closer to £60 million. Matheus Nunes himself is vocal about his ambitions. In discussions with the Wolves hierarchy, he has made no secret of his desire to make the jump to the Etihad Stadium. The young talent doesn't want to let go of what might be a life-changing opportunity. While the initial bid may have been rejected, 90 Minute reports that the lines of communication between Wolves and City remain firmly open. Interestingly, Wolves have signaled that they could be persuaded to bring down their asking price if City were willing to send some of their own talent in the opposite direction. Specifically, their eyes are on James McAtee and Tommy Doyle, two of City's brightest prospects. Gary O'Neill, the new man in the Wolves' hot seat, holds both players in high esteem. Under an ideal set of circumstances, he'd like to bring both youngsters to Molino. But as often happens in football's complex matrix of negotiations, things are never that simple. James McAtee, 20, who's already caught the attention of clubs like Ajax, Burnley, Leicester, West Brom, and Sheffield United for a prospective loan deal, is a player City are reluctant to let go of permanently. That said, a loan arrangement could still be on the table, appeasing Wolves' appetite for fresh talent. Tommy Doyle, also a part of Sheffield United's successful promotion bid last year, is in a slightly different boat. Manchester City seem more open to the idea of letting Doyle leave on a permanent basis, creating the possibility of a structured deal that could satisfy all parties involved. It's essential to note that Wolves splashed £42 million just last year to bring Nunes from Sporting CP. With that kind of investment, the club's expectations are naturally elevated. It is no surprise then that they are holding out for a higher figure, or at least a combination of cash and talent that ensures they don't suffer a loss in the deal. The deal is still in its embryonic stages, but as the clock ticks, a resolution must be reached. Wolves have clearly indicated they are not averse to creative solutions, and Manchester City, with their resources and ambitions, are keen to get their man. The next few days could be crucial in determining Nunes' future in the Premier League, and this entire saga serves as a window into the complexities and dynamics that make football's modern-day transfer market such an exhilarating spectacle. Pundit says Man City's £45 million player would be a perfect signing for Liverpool. Pundit Carl Robinson has claimed that Manchester City midfielder Kalvin Phillips would be a perfect signing for Liverpool. The midfielder has been linked with a move away from the Etihad Stadium this summer, with Liverpool having a reported interest in the player, despite the 27-year-old sharing his aim of staying at City and fighting for a place in Pep Guardiola's side. One pundit has backed the Englishman to be a top signing for one of the Manchester club's top-flight rivals. Speaking on TalkSport, Robinson had this to say about Phillips. He said, "He has to get out. If you see Liverpool right now, I think he's perfect for Liverpool, and that's me as a Liverpool fan with my rose-tinted glasses on. He's the type of player, for me, that Liverpool do need in that centre midfield role, with the energy and the ability to retain the football, but also go and win it back." City signed Phillips from Leeds United last summer in a deal worth £45 million, but have only seen him make 21 appearances for the club across all competitions since then, starting just 4 of those games. Having yet to make an appearance for the treble winners this season, this shows that regular game time may not be coming his way unless injuries to other players occur. With that in mind, it'll be interesting to see if Phillips ends up changing his mind about wanting to stay at City and fight for a place in the team, and looks to make a move elsewhere before Friday's summer transfer window deadlines. In terms of a potential move to Liverpool, as Robinson spoke about, we feel that even though the Englishman has not had a significant impact during his time at the club, it wouldn't be wise to help strengthen another top-flight side that presumably have aspirations of taking City's titles away from them this season. Manchester City forward wins PFA Player of the Year award. Manchester City striker Erling Haaland has won the PFA Players Player of the Year award, while Arsenal's Bukayo Saka was named Young Player of the Year. The 23-year-old Norway forward scored 52 goals in all competitions in his debut season with Pep Guardiola's side. Haaland beat teammates Kevin De Bruyne and John Stones, Arsenal's Saka and Martin Odegaard, and Tottenham's Harry Kane, now at Bayern Munich. City won the Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League last season. Haaland joined City from Borussia Dortmund in a deal worth £51.2 million in June 2022. He was also nominated for the Young Player Prize, which was awarded to England winger Saka after he scored 14 goals and contributed 11 assists in his finest season for the Gunners. The 21-year-old beat fellow nominees Moises Caicedo, who recently joined Chelsea from Brighton, Aston Villa midfielder Jacob Ramsey, Arsenal forward Gabriel Martinelli, and Brighton striker Evan Ferguson. Meanwhile, both winners of the individual prizes were also included in the PFA Team of the Year. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.